La moi. Quel bibio?
Yeah, di bibio.
Ash. Amansia Bank. Rura Bank. Amansia Bank. Rura Bank. Amansia. Rura Bank. Amansia. Rura Bank.
Omoye savings accounts, amansie current accounts, amansie susu account, amansie fixed deposit, amansie Rura Bank. Our 13 branches, amansie Antuakrom, amansie Manson Quanta, amansie Mansua Dubia, amansie Manso Datano, amansie Rura Bank. Obi wa krokere amansie bekwa ne santase amansie ahojuni Rome Hill amansie sofola ne anya kwanta amansie Cascamp amansie Rura Bank. Telephone for amansie Fapa Trotro amansie 0247 amansie 2000 amansie 13 ne twatro amansie mamisi so biemu amansie 0247 amansie 2000 amansie 13 ne twatro amansie Rura Bank. Koko edwere ba akopɛ
anu ano bamba
bamba Koko wo yemu wani asi
bamba
utumpo anu
bamba
hey
ice
woman ba ye from Vanish Disease Herbal Center FDA so je to
Koko slow
one time then herbal misty colinac
that's all
epidank tinated sa herbal
that's right
enu anu no
bamba
for no
0549
13
13
38
38
32 Ofra ebejo so lawyer is a man the post office for young one
se said here Mr. Asante
Kai lawyer penny se se amade bia Ghana Post
Ghana Post
Ghana Post amade Ghana Post amade Ghana Post atade ampe Ghana Post echeche Ghana Post kobi mo Ghana Post Ghana Post dondo Ghana Post Toto Sasa Ghana Post Penny Ghana Post Edo Ghana Post me say amade Ghana Post amade Ghana Post amade Ghana Post Ghana Hama Ghana Post abrocha Ghana Post Ghana Post
afa Ghana ho amana new baby
127
countries and na academy tibomu no
catch your head konka
heish
Ediabusia
that's right
momani kobi
oso de Ghana Post that's how many days
yes just 5-7 working days
na alade
Ghana had the same day
we come on penny
and nkwa we
ba cross saka
hey say mo kuma say me say me de mama papa wa atechem sisi ala ko du
man fam kwati suare be pass wi agwase agwa na say akwasi ma de krom boy ase funfuni da bai na say kwadi ani da wi be na kaish
eti no anu no mo so mo pese mo nya mo postal letter box
ehia pa
individual PO box
ehia pa
130 Ghana
mo
commercial ne 350
oh anu ka say wo fom
mo am de ka mo kotua
ai e ko for de ka mo kotua
na mo pese mo ko school say me ko K University Commercial Technical University Royal Ann UCC ne Amstead
wom sa to form
Ghana Post
wom sa to form
kaish they make kan we de kwa dum swame Otafo grow from Ice Town K University Santa
so mo sa mra simple bra
branch bia what district bia mu
Ghana Post
number in here 0208 16 8477 0208 16 8477 and 0243 32 64
that's right
18 amade biara
Ghana Post
kobi momone
Ghana Post
echempa
Ghana Post
atade
Ghana Post bibia Ghana Post na je tie kingdom
garlic bitters kingdom garlic bitters kingdom garlic capsule kingdom kingdom garlic cap. Yes, sir. Kingdom, kingdom, Jason. Kingdom, Jason. Am I? Kingdom, Jamaica have some. Kingdom, Jamaica sauce. Yes.
Mamu
dear tremendous capsules. Kingdom for the Member dear kingdom.
Jensen. And a both. One time.
We see your yarn. And then who said menstrual mental stress in me. Now there will be a team no kingdom garlic capsules and the bitters.
That's all.
Capsules no bitters. And one no. Some I am cholesterol.
That's right.
Number 0597 29 88 55
0597 29 88
and a 55 Kingdom Herbal Center.
Mamza question.
Bisame.
Guys, the womb and penis
fitter.
Papa.
Is Asidano?
Nyeizeu.
Obi egusu dasi.
Nyeize. Auntie Teresa. Auntie Teresa. I do know so. Sister Rita ako.
Wako.
And I feel Mammy Mata ako. Auntie Teresa.
And I do know so. Ni what? Ni what? Ni what? Ni what? Papa ni what? Ni what? Ni what? Happy Thanksgiving for ni what? Prostate problem ni what? Bema ni what? Ni what? Time for no ni what? All that's right ni what? Cancel ni what? Stroke ni what? Ni what? Ni what? Ni what? Kidney problem ni what? Heart problem ni what? Ni what? Liver problem ni what? Fibroid ni what? Yarebia ni what? Ni what? Inferior ni what? Hey ni what? Ni what? Sabia ni what?
Actually dear ya fa sabi ni animu obetojim obisafo atonsu mo na ko jashe ba kiri hwe animu ya say kokona woto aye dai bedu sika ya no atunchia so a bedu simple 0244 087 687 and 0279 087 689
catch us enra my money message on reply
Dr. Nimo Mr. Minua my message Boma dana reply no pay abedie guys
what about Kwame LAWSON Kwame chairman what Auntie Becky Kaho.
That's right.
Lawbeck Foundation.
That's right.
Dr. LAWSON, the Virgin Doctor. And then what yaba?
Edu papa nko a.
Edu papa.
What yaba?
What yaba? Delay man. What yaba? What yaba? Lokena. What yaba? What yaba? Meshana. What yaba? What yaba? Munuyo. What yaba? Munuyo. What yaba? Munuyo. What yaba? Lokena. What yaba? Lokena. What yaba? Lokena. What yaba? Delay man. What yaba? Delay man. What yaba? Delay man. What yaba? What yaba?
Where the other babu?
Lawyer. Francis Opoku.
What's he say?
Why action mine?
Good.
No say you say I didn't cry back was say eba. Eti wo be free ha de wa ha and na obi an free ha lawyer yeah you say be free ha
any baby ayeko na sanko post no so say Mexican TV yan Abisafo Dr. LAWSON no baby am ko bi enya na frɛ 0248 61 9999 socks ni ni o
hey socks pa Shining star, say papa, song that you shining star, shining star, song say papa, song that you yes.
Abisafo, nko pe binto.
Yes.
Ukọ adeshemaya opania na ne Roma here, ma me da ko a hotachiman. Ura mensa hotamele bi ho, e na Prada Junction. Kusado so 0540 18 8194 0540 18 81 94
Ochia Heba
Center here Ochia say also how we dance
I may say me do ka kra me ntwa nwie
kaish
eno mo say director fra me
and as what to
no
no
say to
what to no
yeah advert creativity saka
one time then one no
na wonya otwea na ti ba kwa no fagu cap fa nso de de gum num na nom wo ba wo bemo ye be ye wo ni padua mu no na wo ye bema sti ya
one time
me say lawyer enye sa agro
we ye ise
aish
yes ko so ko
je
si de ko
cholesterol
body atenka ko
me say
hey no say ko
wo so ba nu ma na me ni atenka na mabre
oh dia okumpe no
wa bra daja ho
na fama una okay am sa fama bi to do bi anya no ala pay we are back tick your friend 0591 565 557 0591 565 557 we say otwea heba powder hey ojashewa ojashewa wow beba that's right and passport
yes
0547 18 41 47 0547 18 41 47
yeah we daily graphic in terms of I'm for we daily graphic anymore what the crobia sante kotokoyin 24 say to 2 enra yewura wo hia fa ni nyina fana meeting and na mo yeye tudwe na yese said the na ye nso hwe a eye chief examiners report no omo fanya guide na ye fa cheche mo sa the vice president say I say yield pa
oh okay
and a Bank of Ghana so prepare on person ma yes
okay
daily graphic no
and the daily guide do dey aba unim wa bra afoko
yes
okay and as you say the court to say yeah job no you from them
yeah almost to appear and no can so
that be the next and to
and na judus no kra no
what say Owura Mahama what say no one aka what say so what say and afei you me you mo ma pani yes wa forward this side I need ya
political line no
mai na say na say be you know
kise ya me o me you know neba
abaka de nani waso kura ba santi kotiko hene asunwe nko a bokode no
esenko
2024 kwa crofon to ombo asino mu dodo
ye de ti de tifa ko no
dabi tibua alman fa ho na si etu omofo omuhwe yi
Ghanaian times imuno na ye rally ko poku na da ha mi amenuan
bra
yes wo se ye nhwe se enuane
no correct
two for the no so e wa ha se boko de no wa wie bibia wo koma ayi mo ana Gregory afoko de no high court ne ka
two issues
now yes ye Ghanaian times I don't know maybe
and no say US military won't fly to northern Ghana boko to jom no
yeah
GS for say wo mu de niam agua kwam ye party kwara na to amapo etina kwara no was insurance for over 120%. Okay, and so
yeah time na so me the chronic in the chronic am the na ni nyina fa yisi boss na o man penny no say area e ko ho no yes ya number na Grigori Afoko de ne wa ha Ken West professor bi so aka asem bi pa ni nya wo chronic mu
was a Pandai about to an MP no what is it on the court, Supreme Court. Aye.
Yefa asedama Bamba ko heba Amase Rabang Smith baby diapers nkwada ni na monyo na Diamond Scientific or the Donek aba
Senior the Virgin Doctor yanko to be and the Divine Hope Herbal Center when I do what so aba and a Shining Star Source Company and a new to senior and a Odifo Elijah.
Yes.
Also any now unia Agali.
Oh Agali.
Me pass Agali. Oh, what's what shall the fete from the front. What's what Tieno to come be out. Game,
minyi nisa o.
Game Venia.
No nia.
Minyi nisa. Minyi nisa. Abi da minyi nisa.
Me say brother power.
I was for one. So to me.
For one.
So to me a true adwuma.
Hey.
Franco. Montiase.
Na se ga adwuma nya ye be ye no haya.
Ai.
Ye be ye.
Ye.
Ah. Sisi aka first story American canon. Abrantie bi pepe bi a o ka ne sisi ye no. Yes o na ye campaign manager. Emma Kwame Japan.
Yes, of course. See, I don't know you could so for what sorry when you I can't okay, I don't pay. Baby, I'll show me free, baby, I will tear me free piano. Me watch it. Me more kwaba sonko na me de waba. And there you do a DE so. Ghana is saying, and a would ye. And then Tuesday, thankful Tuesday morning. And yes, of course. And then the second day of the month, December 2025. Yana nyankopon ase. And you be a nanya no said yenya no yi. Dano ase. Anopai yatra se. And some pi and so and a wa. You read the one crater and one bob on some so at the amount. I'm one someone elcoso over the one crater. I say young Cody Akanaso. But meba bedin komo kakrabi. Because I'm coming on me babedino, mepa se yen nyina ne yanka mom ne ani nkomo no na enye fe. Anra na pani kohwe ewo menhia. Anra na yasam keto akra o. Because now anra de yenyan ntia say there's going to be a final determination of mediation. Yeah. The King Solomon of our time. Utumfo nyamekase. Asante Maura. Boko conflict ane koso menteme wanse. Ya omampeni John Dramani Mahama se aye biafo. Udie die din ba bia politicians kwa mo akopem nimdifo binum ne nipa binum kokopem no ya dan ya ni de brewo a woyama ne yeye enti ya dan e de brewo e wo manhia enra ne yere se kusase mampurusi ensensem no ye be hu de asie ave ye wo hwa de hu ya se jubilations na starti de momomme sambo dondon ntwene bo amania kuza se fosi omo di kurum ye anche the who is on the other side man prisi fosu ye afedu ba wi no mu nyina kabom kuza se foni man prisi foni no mu nyina merge together, singing, dancing, chanting, yeah. It was a nice scene at the point. It was a nice scene. But the report that we are receiving this morning, the Asanteni Otumfo said to the second is suspected to brief President John Dramani Mahama on the just ended mediation process aimed at bringing lasting peace to the protracted Boko conflict. Remember, President John Dramani Mahama tasked Asanteni to lead the high-level peace effort, which many hoped will finally resolve years of tension and instability in the area. The session held on Monday, December 1, marked a breakthrough as both the Kusasi and Mamprisi factions sat together before the Asantehene for the first time since the mediation began. Security around the Manshia Palace was tight, with both groups undergoing strict checks before being escorted into the palace auditorium. Sources said that Otumfo listened extensively to submissions from both factions, urging restraint and assuring them of continued collaboration with the presidency to end the long-standing impasse. The Enrano, for the very first time, Yera Ejitu Muse, Oberan was yes, Kusasa for Beka woman, San Nomoko, Mampurisi for Beka woman, San Nomoko, Enra December 1, dear. Now, Drew Baby, Kusasa for one year, Mampurisi for one year, Yera Serati way. Teno sign tia woman, ye kawamu bom set. I want no Yamikase, any amount penny. And the powers that be, I bet you met me as a soon you bet you to a cost of attraction. na ye hwe ye nimu say ye wura beko omompani nchen so on dey adwuma no hye ne nsa na so the omompani no the be omompani then owia yenso ya etie ye ne ye 2 minutes omompani nsa na fe omompani so through the information ministry ni ade abetre mu say de asie enie eti enra no images a wo hwe no screen isu yi no aye ne asi ewo manhia na basa mentebe nwase bia de enya de a ebi asi ewo honomo anenti eno so ehun sam kakra ye wom eno no na ena no pai me wa samba ko a okay kusi oye yama mi akosua sewa memeti idea so ye that lumba iro ye that lumba ire nya na me ba beka nemom enra ye di nkomo bi wa la kusi ana ye maame ne lawyer ne mra nimni ena kra no la kusi kra ya bese aba ha na enra bra ye di nkomo no di tu dwa kire mu se e wo court no Yemu beda di se eye yo ana eye ba fia anya abusua pani ana eye no nhyehyɛ ne ntotoa na gyina ne so demo me anuanom maame ne nipa kro no ne maame nom ne edi ebe ya yi kakra na no a na opani ba kwa ohun se dabi sabra bi akoro eya tia kakra ye na dwen se obeba so bi but no unfortunately antimi ni na nkasa na ede anapai pani na join me oyo tumfo atia me hene tia me edum nsu ase Nana Kofi ajei asem ena me kan Nana Kofi ajei aba homa so nana anopai ni de kwa so memwache
ya medie na mpome
nana adom ye ho ye bigidi se won so ho ye
ada ma ye ho ye to
ye dase nana menti a menya free production team ho se enu akra na opese ye dwuma na ye die no ka oba so bie na ya ntimi anya ne wan kasa ba so ani die kwa so enu a ye nkomo no emu de wo he efa de wo he ena opesa wotene yen kakra
madawo ma metia etiefo ne ahwefo nyina na the be ambassador ne kakra no se mo lawyer panyini ka se o kan se the BBC ya nkanka yisi ya man panyfo no ena ewotumi ebi se ya yi nyu panyini yo fa se e ba lumba di the minister ebi se panyina se de bi na e fa bi so se de bi na asante amani mu no ene amani mu no sebia brawa ebusia panyini ana ebusia nyina bisia se wo Kwame Tanko ana wodi fiedu mu ye du sia ebusia panyini ebusia panyini a ebusia nyina atase na ebusia na yu se wo na fe bi ano obeda ya no a wo ye ebusia panyini na ye tsunza guso dase ma tiasefo ho nyina ndi ewufo nyina dia tusa fide wo na wopeti enim efa yeye ho efa ayefo ye ho efa dwumadie bia edi na busuam biara ye wo opinne Kwame Tanko asomka wo na wodi enim ne basa na bibisi fie sem kanka ayi a ofre mpanyinfo ofie nyina ma mpanyinfo nyina ka ho de achia gense bia teina ye pese ye no nkanka pese dia bi da na se bia on fe ana se ye ofa se ko wale ni pese ye on 8 ntimu nyina ngo che magina dia busia panyin ne beka no eni gina ho mo ye mo che magina ke ne mo busia panyin no the Becano, the same American and example. Saint Yan and Penny Fossy and Sanko Kumutu Mopo. And San I have num. The United Becans of Kumutino, I one found to swap. And not. Sabi blue, we are in a crowd field. They are cutting a cabusiana and young cat, the Kuna Assam, the Cabusiana Sema, the Busu 50 year Cabusiasma. It's a pain with me glass one, you know. We are mine, they are Cabusiana Sem, won't you need a Cabusiana Sema? So we are choose my able to cinema. A Busia, when you know, you say now. Then can't say we in Yaba a year to see. We offer here a year to see. We offer a year to see. We are my me our woe, depend on Wuna. Who are you to me? You bush a penny qua and a bush to me. What's the margin of the still a mayana and one? Move to Faswa. What at the trip? What at the trip? What is born in my year? The Indians are there. You could if you watch the bush a penny the Begunsa. The fruit of Toa near the views of Busapay the Begunsa. Ye Catasso, and a question of Busapay the Begunsa. They could do a Sewa, a Busapay the Begunsa. A year 40 days at the Janine, a Busapay the Begunsa. At the 80 days, a Busapay the Begunsa. At in Shada, 1 year, a Busapay the Begunsa. The first German moves is a beer there, a roof for near Casa for some amount for one tomato, and me at the phone 2 years a Busapay. If you move down Tiasi, you move at the Busapay, a passer not woman in Gardina. A year, a cocoon, a cocoon, and put a cocoon. No one said that street, now some said that. Who cares about Musu? As I'm poetry. They told me to see a cock or street, or you be a mind in the year, you're not 7 2 per year. I was afraid the why you see a young. Yeah, they was afraid they cheap money, they did cano. Yes, and the force penny will fear and you're watching. Penny will fear and you're watching. Kizaya Cusino said, well, you have to know a cow cotonka. But so much to a man paying to me, you know which my cousin was on number. Then Mamma, my sister, and tell man, that was a thing to me. And a button, you no, he might be what. Nebusia Pay, it was a phone yet, Panzer. Nipa track on you. And I was a phone so a man paying for a Numa. Let me as a papa. I said, since I was a pain, didn't get to me at the end. Because to me, a parliament, a social media, and you send a man across it. But to me, at the end, me, I want to show in Mina. Because I'm telling money, yes, I say, some is an answer or him for you to almost 5 million. He said, okay, the son of that. Then, no, you better know. Yes, if you are passing to me also. No, I've said the other Namiano, when I'm a barono, no more passing, no more fun. Near 4 Camuka. You go to me also yet. You put a wood or my memo, my phone, and then you was appearing on level near was appearing yet. So when the was appearing about classes, I am to say, Yadama, and come to my jacket. But yes, Mamma, it's very 1 test of 1. You never could get to her. No one said, not at the still may and one. You ever see a cheap money on the Busapay in the decree. Who could say you was a pain the we knew. You must have been 7 years, son is now.
That's it.
You see him. Not for him out, him out to me. The more him out to me, Campo, or Bodina, or I don't know what Dina says, you know. It's a purpose of pain, you don't even want to question them. That's it to me, not for him to know him about being a service apprentice. Kwame Tanko and President of Yakunano. It was a private thing. And they said it was a person because of him out Yakunaso. They won't take Yakunaso, now see ordinary person, they will use Yakunadia, so let him. Now about the career, look at it. Put it to me. A war, said people know who and ask the people and what is so and ask him to Pia. Some will pass 1 minute and me, I don't know what 1 minute to me be all. Even any say, what away what at the church. Because a money be able to pay the reason soon. What's happening? Madame, I can't no.
No, not just say, and near Lakusi say, Penny be a can war court say, ye befia, a year, a man, no one more yet, no one could bo of Japan, the umber boy, man, yakeke. enye sa na tie kura o penchiremu ya wo de amaye de na je sa ade no ankasa tumi no ehya butua pen o kai kura na atwema aduasi so aye bia no ye sia chief mourners almost the penny so di na di kai o kan ya na ma adua ba besi so na say abutua penny no ro no de ade a wonanimu ye pa aye no gina ne so
Madam, she of Kantanka, said me, my dinner, no, didn't I charge me? A small cat, a man paying for no, oh, fear, or what you want to propose that. What's about it? Okay, a man paying for what you will offer. If I see him, see. Can I be a man paying for what you mean, honey? Never got company, company. Of course, one penny, I would give me a company, of course, one penny, because you mean, and I'm second, and I'm going to it was a penny. Why am I sure I did so? I can't remember what it was. So Kwame Tanko dey fa ko di boni as dia you will ni mo e ba ko fo busa panyi da you ni ya se busa panyi ni wa se e busa panyi ko e bodi dia na so asante ko ba ka ko fo busa panyi da how far se busa panyi ko mensa o fa so ko di boni se dia se na o ka se ni ya se dia o Kwame Tanko ko di boni ni ya se busa panyi ni wa se because on dey busa na on want to kutupa dia se wo no tentia eno anasa because the teacher Kantanka e ko chense a man paying for so much. Oh, for the president on the effect. I was paying because I'm from my dear to my fine. 1 year to my example, the paying the credit now. Put me 2 partnership. That's a very part of the years. On phone or in the community, say yes, it's another thing. There will be a at the hospital. To be a delay, then nearby, we never near them. We are more fair, we are more fast, more fair. Tanko mo de mo kan ko mo de timi ko de mo de mo ye kan mo kan mo ba ni o de wo no se wa jike de mo ma me pen fo se bia ma me fa se lu ba wu am sa ko ti atu ti ko ba o ni de timi no o ti na jin no pa no ko ka ko so no pa no ko abu ja pa ni akora pa o prense se ni wo pa se me am sa na mi yo be ma o prense o fa bi en pete yin ti o prense mo one prense mo ba di mo be kan eni dina ho oda mo ta ne ti
Nana anapai asra anam de mama wo nchiremu a ode amaye ye dase pa
da so bi a chema jamon fe
nana mpa che o mate
pa santia sene santia mani
nana mpa che o mate
ni be ka che mo why
mate nana me dase pa anapai nana kofia jei anate se ode ye ko school said okaye no e ba na santia mamra oche nsem binu a ogiri se nra na meni lawyer kusie di nkomo ha na chia kakra ze fa lumba ayiye ho ejeze de o kan se ayiye wei abusuapani ahye se ba soro wo wunim na obekwa akɔhye ɛda foforo bia no evise se empo lumba busuafo pese o mko yewura asante hene a esese abusuapani ena ekɔ abusuapani niwa obi antumi nkɔ enti abusuapani ya hye date a de be ye na se wo whether he or she o shawo de foforo he or she o shawo de foforo akanfo mamrema what to mra akankwanzo se nananom asante mamremu no ye ne udi whether you are he or you are she ase ne udi te he she ne de ye nye ayi say brofukasa me boa
yeah
he ye hwan
he ne ye behema no
na she so we dey
yeah
nti dia odiefo nana kiremu no
yeah Kwame se metima tie simprako pa eno anamo ne lawyer kusidi nkomo no metie bebre
oh okay
na de nana kofia je akan ma me to so mfiri honom akamamu se metia si ya menwu yi me ya busua dia me ya meyere dia ana wo ye ukunu dia wo ye ema dia sa nuclear family no but the moment ya wo asembe to wo be wuo no ufunu no be ye wabusua dia prekope enu ti na ya na mpanifo se abusua dofunu no wuwu a abusua na eteki obi bia edisa me wayere na se me wu a me yire ni ho kwan se ono ko abesore se me yemi kuna yie abra abusua ne ma ne tumi se ye ne enta wachi no emmantimi nsore da se ye papa na awuo ye yie abra abusua ne ma emma no consent se munye mo papa yie never. There was situations here, Kwame. Papa bewu. Ebi abusua ne nsam nye. Emma no mu nsam nye.
Of course.
Yeah.
Debi ameka ya na ebiri yes.
Yes.
Amamra sasa bebiri ska wo.
Ye de amamu se munye mo papa yie no na ye ntam wachi. Enti emma no enimu decide. Okay, ye papa ha na no otie. Tie pese ha na ye yie no. Abusua se ani ampa ye beba ntimunye ne ho. Ba abusua se omo ntiase a wo ye ba na wo sika kopem nyame ni kura wontumi nya papa yie no ba bia abusua nye ntumu. Now the ekosuwe enra metese obi ka say aye dan wo masesa no because lumba ne baby kire exams wa ha ena ne baby ne passport ewu oberenew is neither here nor there. Emanu ntumi enkasa yemu influence bra abusua ne ntumu. Aye ne ya sade na je kan no Kwame ukuso kan say ye krata funeral invitation abusua pani so asona abusua pani hwan ansana
the akano
mo in order of hierarchy no
yes pecking order no
very good who say a year involve woye this year ahemfo na abusua mu no ye de ahemfo na di kan e bia otumfo se tutu bia santahema na abusua pani no abeto aso de enya adese no abusua pani no osase na fe ye kosaa na ye kosaa e kire wo se abusua pani ama kwan a wontumi nya yie no da enti wo mo na mchanche se ade wenti ye ntimi nya yie ade wenti se abusua pani se saa ne ma nyina no ye kan nyina bomu a ye betuma ye yie na abusua pani diet a o hye no eno ne gina
nti ade no bitimi fira abusua pani akika to no wa hye date bu from
wo mo no aya contempt I think say judge no ne judgment no e mama me hu bi ba bi amate ba ko mu say
the court judge na nim no na enye eyeda
very good
the court judge na nim no ye akosu ya se wo de odoburu ni ko se odoburu ni nyelumba yere
very good
on the ho na no opre ho
me twi bia be wura me keke mate se say men kan say judge no make statement bi say wa u be resist lumba ni sie enne ye no obeye contempt matesa
okay
me nyan read from the statement and so say abusua pani ko say date na wo bi so outside e ko say date say sa date abusua pani dia ba no ye nyintum na ono no date ne ebeje tum because of say lumba baby tire exams na lumba baby ne passport awu a sa ba na the passport awu sa ba na exams no ontimi ko do aye no never
ensi kwan you can choose between the two.
Yes.
The open so here no wafa.
No.
Krom ha ya angata kra. Obi tumi ka se ne se people ne ni ene ade ba me obi bi ntimi timi kwa yie no. Onko.
Kwai. Ya ye ne papa ye wa magana.
Obebri.
Ya ye no.
Bebri.
Ezo lumba ba ma. Nesa ebusua ne wa ha ye ba ye na. Timi nya ye no. Bigiri se eno ye gitu manya ye. Kwai in any case. Hwe asumdue na me dede bia me ka say de abusua pani no sha me da say court akoso ni mun kamom
na mun nikuna say de mo ye 1 week na
it is like unsettle bibia oso mo ye mane ye fe ama wo me enukura bam wo say o mo
ifo
o mo da bia
he she
o mo keka Papa Shi.
I
have to mention names. Papa Shi.
I know.
Papa Shi no ono onye busuani o. Onye busuani o. And na akoso yese wa na danfo. These are the power of attorney man no. You know so abusuani this is and it's unfortunate. And truth must be told. Yama wo mu hunu say lo suan kasa ye ne twotwo mu twa no wo mo ho ansana ne yire mienu a koto age atum no e wo ho omum na abusua no ne omugina etena sesem ye kɔ ha ye ne sei ye ne sei enti mo a mo ka ho a mo nya busua no mo de mo ye sympathizers ema akoso ya sewa mo ye sympathizers ema odobroni ayiye no de tenyam na mo se mo ma busapani nye na djuma
mo nyai na busapani enye na djuma asɛm a anopai Nana Kofi Agye ede ababeto dwane no sɛ wo mpɛsɛ wo bɛto asante mra onso no hyɛwaye busapani asɛne de awie ma hu sɛ matete ka sɛ binom yɛ billboard ene ade wo betumi ayɛ yo Ghana tizere ya ita kan mra ni Ghana na so sɛ mra no so mu a ɛho na wo sɛ ei sa mra wei ɛwɔ Ghana mpa sa ne te ya move on. Now, you need to come over other stories. And I'm going to bisa a very simple question. 2025, what's in the idea, Sama? 2025, yeah. My member statistics kakrabina area there. Na me compare mathematics, social studies, integrated science, and English language. And their core subjects, no. Yeah, secondary school, and their core subjects, no. Now, say, Usha 2024, in the year 2024, offer mathematics core F9, and the just any and say, oh, you cry. One, or the crowd dot crisis or Billano. Paper I never told, and dot. Now, true, dear.
Yes.
The
and not just a one na or Tiffy no crano or bombardia chen. Because all the idea say, ya tell who's a cow, ya boca, what better to come, what did the one nom Cassica, one another Tiffy and water. It is only as F9 in chance, dear. And look right, pass no way, no. Oh, D5 Yama pass, but put him from Quebec, yeah, there be pass no way.
But at least what should we be? It is said that here 2024 Nipa 6.10% in the F9 mathematics core. Ofri 2024 and about 2025 this year 9 chrono in mathematics. I jump here free 6%, you know, about 26.77%. Nipa enya F9 in 2025 no. Oko social studies are in 2024. Nipa enya F9 aya 9.55% our social studies. And over 2025 F9 in social studies a free 9.55 no in 2024 no about 27.50%. Yanko integrated science F in 2024 integrated science in 2024 nipa 7.12 or 7.12 and a nya F9 in 2025 F9 integrated science nipa 16.05% and a enya F9 afi. English language anglais in 2024 F9 omomunya F9 in 2024 in English na 5.88% and now jumpy every sub figure 5.88% in 2024 no about 12.86% in 2025 F9 in English study language. So what it means is that core subjects ni nyina no grano mukocho omu feli papa F9 no it was in chains. And about me simple question me anyone who tell me am person who do voice note ever and say eh dey asema ahwana no watew nkwadana no wabon I want to be anya because me tin some bebre I want to be antro as I'm sitting na adding I feel upon want to me more ana ayadi asemo omo marking from Zegra
examination no
omo marking no Woman no trimu ding ya woman yes I am trying to get answers to this question. Me more bamodia for na se uran semumu now didn't come kakra. Obani on the public relations head of public relations WAEC John Kapi. John Kapi outlined 7 main weaknesses identified in core mathematics near there. Difficulty representing mathematical information in diagrams. Inability to solve global mathematics related problems. Poor construction of cumulative frequency tables. Weakness in making deductions from real life situations. Challenges solving simple interest application. Inability to translate word problems into mathematical expressions. Difficulty interpreting results from cumulative frequency data. And then for social studies, Mr. Kapi said chief examiners also identify gaps in candidates' understanding and analytical skills. The key weakness includes inability to write about government policies designed to improve citizens' life, failure to explain how costly funerals negatively affect national development, weak discussion on the forms of cooperation between Ghana and United Nations agencies. John Kapi no. And what try say Obama when be aye. E jano pe wo we me no. WhatsApp line no. Audio message be fa so aba. E 0240 333 176 0240 333 176. For voice note no FA e mane moro 1 minute. 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, 60 seconds. Na odi aba. O che me ba bia wo hwe me free. Na fe odi voice note ro aka ho di ama me. Na minso mahwe odiafo ya cheche ni ada di asma
Kwame very very unfortunate where one looking at from 2004 and 2005 yes now you're fan of subject by subject here Kwame English
okay
and they are dano entimi nsua brofo na ye ntworo no the question nyina ye computer na the over reliance of computer AI yes
and AI be trama you don't have to rack your brain
spelling no ya AI be yama enti akwada no consciously once you said yes how word no ye tworo no a ono a ed ni timu tworo no exam sa obetwere ti ani ya baako no number 2 ade bi opese otwere bia ofidi ade no question ma AI na no automatically the co-pilot the Gemini the ayi answers no de ama no so ayi mana ade wei I was mesua na ka metiri mu a enti no AI na wa hwemu akan wa submit wa present it. But one trans anya conscious effort to be ensua de no amana nka netirim and they do exams Kwame obeto to apa so say ya again yamano yamana ye che o ma de no secondary school no me ebi ho na me sha material na me use no e ma akwada bia order me usa wo da me usa wo kasa bebre ba a material na make kan no message read ma pesa wo na no eti wani so anakasa na wo kasa no me metimi de ade ma obi obetime kura ne sa wo ntumi kan secondary school I am not lying to the whole world secondary school de ade ama ne se on kan on ntumi kan ekura ne se sa just recently mama wo bibi je kan o gina wo hwem sa wo se mani ya meya am say eye eye problem na wa na me ko hwe ni nose so a wa twere nose Kwame ho ne de tie no what you the
on fan kan
ba ko be gina ho wo kan no perspective ekwan wo fa so wo pronounce eno eseme brebe se 5 minutes be ma class ni nyina se chief eni machi
na se o ye
school level
breaking it down into 3.
Yes.
At the more. That was your primary.
You see, that's the syllabus, no.
Peck.
Yes.
Thief.
Which means syllabus, and your friend syllabus.
Peck. Thief. To better pest. Peck.
Yes.
Thief. Pest. Peck.
Thief.
Who you like as a career? What the.
Sorry, here. And you hear, I find a major pronunciation of peck. Now, could that way a cultural exams are? Just imagine the outcome. What would you say? And then you're back.
But so is that? I understand.
Make factors in the back. Where kakra the makano. Okay. But could you say? Me support to BB say me support to be say a mere support.
Okay.
But I know na already to me can send be. And you say what? Tamana MPP wo ho no. Omo de ade by near friend no intervention. Okay. Now intervention. You say your pon 320 near pon. Now omo de ba say okay. Mo ko fie fana years no. Mo prepare omo 1 hour.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, 1.5 hours. And mo fan prepare nkwada. And no government no sika.
And it comes with something.
Yes, sika no the baba ka ho.
Oh, okay.
E ten wa on che from 3 4 ade no. Now on dey the abra teacher for no. But any hope him. Three boy ya pon 320 boy ya pon ya for the baby. Kwame no so ka ho. Now ye hwe ni nyina hwe enkwada no se yan hyase ama fundamentals and basis no kwada na anye niam bia kwa me yede ne se samba kwa kudu secondary school a yentumi nya hwe na wo ka social studies de social no kwada no bebre sa wote brofo nko ade a social betu it's never true. Examiner bia was set question e de ama wo no keywords bi e wo provide
yeah.
So well, who is aki was in woman? I just say, what do I do in the church for us? Now, no, this
down.
Examiner or market idea. And you be bear. And you be now what you know, and here no. But or say, number 1, you see, Abia, Yema, Asam Kaum, factors of setting up an industry. You be localization, the locality, no. You be accessibility. What was any man? Yes, now one word the person a locality no one control. And now accessibility no location and look at where city bebrebe. Now you what this you state you your men this na fe watch it mu. Okay. O mention no ma wo ansa na obe discuss no e wo master e de ma wo it is a one mention ade na hu ho now start here straight away now discuss here the all mark no e bi kura ho on to me ko point na wo make no say e wo say hwe locality no na bia want me ma emphasis on it the Kwame say ho no e 2 marks a ahwe abenya 1 one bo
as you are dancing around we know
eti enkwada no omunti asese enye brofo nko na de twe social studies
did enkwada ndi adwi nyina ne say o ti brofo na oni brofo a social studies be to atro
exactly
because say o kan the social studies is me a o kan o kan John Kapi na sem na o kan ya social studies the ohuye under social studies o kan be say failure to explain how costly funeral negatively affect national development.
Exactly.
A year yo.
Wow no.
How costly are?
A tree question.
Affecting.
A tree question no. A year home for so no.
Enti we no. But say English na so true.
A English na also true.
But they are still looking for.
Where's it be? Oh. You say kunaya no. Sa widowhood right no.
Yeah.
Ye hear say ye hunu sa where de bi sa e wo baabi. All right. Ye hunu key words bia examiner no ohwehwe. Kwa me hwade. Akwada social studies ye peso and then minimum syllabus no nyina what it entails. Na bia ye fa say ye say Clifford Committee Ben's Constitution. Okay? Ekwan a ye benya independence sa pre colonial era no.
Yeah.
And yama course wa bedru yenya independence 1957. Ye free home 1957 no. 1960 before say benya we Kwame Nkrumah be ceremonial ayi ye be the prime minister wa ha ye free yenya first republic ye benya second republic third republic and the fourth republic mu ebia constitution bia de constitution bia eka ebia social studies mu ye se kan mi ntie na wo se brofo na metie wo be da twere sa de no brofo kwa na wo tie a wo be da twere.
Okay, me line so enche bia ora Gordon Tabiri Aqua a counselor at the same time he's a tutor. Me call na godin ko be receiving messages ebinu chese social media and so one very marketing manager krano then he say on the TikTok one major factor
100%.
Amanfo nkwada no how mo pa
na true
ora Kamal, a teacher at Prime, DA #1 primary school in Prime. I have observed that the main reason for the failure of my students in social studies is their inability to read and comprehend simple questions.
Exactly.
This lack of understanding hinders the ability to answer questions correctly and score good marks. Additionally, they struggle to express themselves effectively and construct simple sentences, which is essential for passing the exams. It is crucial for students to grasp the concept and vocabulary in social studies, as it is a subject that requires proper understanding and application of key words and main points. Unfortunately, some students tend to underestimate the importance of social studies,
Exactly.
forgetting that it encompasses aspects of English and critical thinking.
Yes.
To excel in social studies, students need to develop their reading, comprehension, and communication skills. We a teacher
Yes.
at Prime, and on the way about. Okay, so let me go into the phone lines now. Obi say, I'm a student from Efijazi Senior High Technical School, a final year student. Okay, Nadian say, good morning to you all. My name is Tay Rosina from Kumasi, Kenya. Say Abrim. The reason why they couldn't pass the exams is because nowadays students don't have time for their books. All they know is phone. Also, the questions were so difficult for them to write. That causes the failure. Okay, Mira Gordon, and pay Memo Chediba Lawson TV. Oh, Yamia Dumia, by my pebram, yes, now, young cried the idea of Honko, and Rami Kaina, your event manager, and near coffee, and a near ticker muna. I will be a friend on Walker, a crab I could dear D54 E7 D7 E7 EYY. I thought I was hey. Where do you compare those that review? Interesting. I factors near DA Nama young Quadai, baby, I 2025 exams, almost fairly potosa.
But I said, no, I'm a chair for me. Did he say this one you were now in the lesson? Did he say the book? This particular year, I realized there was every effort. With GES anyway, a collaborative. So what's your so far? And exams more practices, of course, as compared to previous years. Me and Kasame, the need to form observe it cut across most of the schools. The rate of fighting upon a bathroom that amounts, that is one of the major reasons that you hit some of these results. Because 3-4 years, I have been advocating on various stations. So you die every student across the
not going to get 30 pass across the entire country. Because one, the system is also part of the problem. The education system, it is part of it. It is in America, sir. And now, besides students or mobile interview, and the number of books such as understanding of language like English, vocabulary near the other. They don't read. Why? Because the system virtually has disallowed students say supplementary readers should be given them to read. Concentration in United so mobile from 1 day, one class. No one go through the course content, and I keep saying that amounts to the first step of failure. Because I wanted to manage extra reading to build that area. You don't expect say one teacher they got junior class maximum. Systemic failures, I think, especially the Ministry of Education, also consider the comeback of compulsory, let me use this word, compulsory reading of some supplementary readers among every student. To make the Naka Provini Biaba. There was schools, some of the side books specific to students read. And the school will be a bit more making the choices. So they should leave it with them for them to make those choices. In addition to, or by way of augmenting teaching and learning in the classroom, except that there's going to be a problem as we go forward. Rather, making a classroom play, say public and go down to survey, not only teaching in the classroom, but we go down to the grounds. I'm telling you, even the mathematics rate now say about half. I'm idea to the best interest of mine. Insofar as exam or practices were highly curtailed to the barest minimum.
More practices. And say,
I'm grateful. You see, so if we are not intentional with I'm down to Pino. So, Yanni, I can this. Say, I'm more dream. Say, on my say, name it back. A poor 7 shillings to the minimum. Quite be a message to a mebwa. Abu teacher for na Kurana translation at the mayor. Then there will be a problem. What they did was that prior to I think 2 weeks or so, to the start of the WASENA, the Minister of Education issued a stern warning to all heads of institutions and teachers. Say, why a better class students? Why a better say, OAD, near the Athena? So a teacher near special invigilator. Right away, you'll be sent to the courts for the court to deal with it, because that will amount to criminal offense also. And during the first 2 papers, was it about 6 or 7 teachers or so? Right away, they sent them to court and they were jailed. And some were fined. And none of the to other teachers, most of them, I'm a teacher. They will be resorting to blaming politicians. But now, I shall say, a civilian, excuse my words. Teachers be collaborated to be solving questions for students.
That directive, how different is it from the previous years? Baby, every election time, there are directives that comes out. Say election, every examination period, directives that comes out. Emma, Yadima, a for invigilators, security personnel, whoever, including even the student. What was different from we know any that at the end,
you see, the major difference in this year's directive, and I say there was a swift action right after the first two papers. Oman Kenya, Oman winning Nani, Akasa, regulators, Omrani, and Nomon Kasana. Whilst they were caught red-handed, or more AD, bet, suspect, with the teaching, cheating, and also more porn. Right away, they were sent to court. And that was a fast-track dealing, way of dealing with the issue. And I believe there no, and the ball, some of one of that the previous years, that had, fast-track way of dealing with. When the ministry taking stance to ensure, say, when you are then processed to court, brought about those people who intended to be assistant in that. And in America says they are not intentional, deliberate in an action to dealing with the issues. Then why not we going to fail? Yes, I'm not saying that the previous years there was issuance of such but you could see that the rate or the fast rate at which to dealing with it, it was slow.
I understand you because I'm a bit careful when they say. Usually say BBC say me understanding. And from where I come from, a background name, I believe in thorough research. These were the major factors. As it stands right now, I am not sure Ghana as a country, we've done that. And yes, I jumping a conclusion. Assuming say 2026. And Kwadaisa and Kotre exams the best for the past 10 years. 2026 there and a yet bester. Oh, and you want to and I say never because almost to me and Chira a pona almost yamo until almost to me and Chiro. And he said what it means is that so almost to me betro not pass mark no a kosroa then we are going to imply that omonya poor so that is my difficulty. Why don't we all as a nation yen tenase na yen rest at yen muankasa na yen for example na me kind kapi John Kapi ya or no kazama for them waek nin somebody in chemu ayibia or de aba. I think those are areas we can all avert our minds. Nanka ebianka kranka na ye pick free na ye rank kwadanimu. Most of the students are sending me messages, voice note, and I have a lot of my WhatsApp console. Maybe I attend it to. Mr. Zabiri, me concern ni binono. Are we not rushing in concluding say upon no want to be a more?
You see, I say, if you are in the system and you want to be truthful, certain things, devoid of politics, they are MYA. Over the past years, and this is not the first time I make it, the rate of which are poor, and social, not only what you see, concentration is back. They are pension about SSC in Nkwazo. Together with BEC, the rate of appall is over 50%. Every paper. So if authorities are not intentional, say you ring cash, say this time, more map will be a map. Not out of that result, I bring an in class to set your worker in respect of John Kapi and also pronouncement now. And now they make a headway. Not the whole court that you say. I keep saying this. And that question, I believe you have ever interviewed me on that before. And criteria then, and you do about SHS. criteria. There is no criteria. It's a matter of obtaining a liberty grade 6 and 45, and then you are placed. So you are not deliberate at that time. When you say, Sakura will cut of it into the mainstream messages, of it into the of it into the vocational, and now some of these three. We should urge them to be in the informal sector so they can use the future. Yeah, I don't say, we will keep having these challenges. The whole thing is that the system must also be taken into consideration. Seven my analysis and had a really free just program. It's less than 2 years. It's less than 2 maximum years for the students. You understand? Yeah, and free. Not to say the whole subject. Now I agree with you. Who has said or my Quran by the normal free more. There one 3 years now, that wouldn't give students enough time for them to study and so on and so forth. Now I'm making mention of something about it, which I true. The trend of life today has changed, and they are influenced by that.
Okay.
What they are going to on the side. Now, social media, contrary to their actual classroom, what deliberate effort are we as ministry, as GES, the implementer, and as parents and as society? So that you can boom, you say, yeah, Ghana for this is how our culture is, this is how our tradition is, this is what we want to do, this is the level we want to reach on our education calendar. Now, when your person, that's when your person is taking your drew. The GD is next year, the same problem. Rabbi, let me tell you, and chronic, some may not even necessarily perform so much well at the BEC. But about SHS now, now introducing you, no proper guide, and no time for himself. A number of them do excel, pass. The moment you be at 10-1, 9-1, near the other BEC in the crowd. And what I'm trying to say is that, yes, what is that intentional effort? And that should be without politics. And we go deep down into political aspect of it.
Okay.
So, yeah, normally from that angle, politicians wouldn't have the edge to drive us outside where we want to go in terms of education.
Perry, and a me branding tea, me da say, Mamma Fawzia.
Results that back in terms of between BEC and WASI. You could see that the public on the WASI. The major problem about your students is not necessarily at the BEC. There are more fair grounds. Teachers will play their role, students will play their role, parents will play their role. If they are well groomed at the basic level, and then being introduced into the secondary, we will have little challenges to face going forward.
Ora Godwin Tabiri Aqua, a counselor and a tutor, and an operative said, Menino Edin Como, Oha, na or de we know Emma Menom. Okay, a lot of them here. Obi say, this person I'm talking about, I'll mention him, but is an assistant headmaster of one of the secondary schools here. I'll say, Kwame, Paul went on in most of the schools. It was the same, like it used to be. Because nothing changed. It was schools, Also, you can ask even the student, is that the questions that were set were application questions. But some of them were not as matured in answering them. That's all. ɔse apɔbɔne sɛdeɛ status quo no tɛ saa na teɛ bibia nsesae na mmom afei 2025 no there were a lot of application questions that they need to apply and no na bebre no do you get it?
I get you.
And nti na ma ya be wie ba bia ya wie
the odiba no so me ne ya adwene
yeah.
Come questions no the air concern can it chiwempo no efedi and they say no mo ye ne say was a question another try ye kire no ye link no to the real life situation ade na ye kire nyina no ye link no to the real life situation so ade ya kire book mu ba wo de ba for ma practical ade na ya ma won eno na me kire sketches now ye hunu types of sketches are ye wo me wie sketches ni nyina wie no ye friend concept sketches na was a man koda ne hunu the application of sa concept sketches no yes you wie sa concept sketches no wonam wiase a ede na be ya ma wo profession ben na hunu say sa
sketches no
wo mu use wo mu then we can talk of architecture so uko mo hono ma before so on be layout won be that is the illusion eniema woni mu a ode ba
and they watch radio already so any TV so illusion I say we do whole and I will come on there come on say ba
Cobra
Mr. Ahin your news editor what him so no so chechi Mr. Ahin and na me shada ni bread here but o dia minim say o summary dia o ya de pa nti mami nti
number 1 obia kasa apo anko so enso he na nkora ne twe no mbo asa mo chimprofo gu mu ha nti apo ko so kwa me say syllabus na wo ho sisi ankora ne use no a teacher for any bebre with the more so munyin plan question and woman timi ya no almost be fail because teacher ni na watch radin na mo ko school no kwan ya train so on match radin no any syllabus na se here wo no is that I will then na sable be ka kire wa tan na wo university na say wo ai uniban ye woni pa bebre wo ha no mo electrical o mo result A1 but not a die them host and them no problem but taking to more I guess you could you read JHS now because you electric and a bay and so we school first class and Kurano on my SSS say you be some Kurano or movie school a dear now mama manchini exams and your politician be
medasi
and yet obia me say it is time you guys are microphone will be able to na adwen and I say ni nyina ye book mu asem enye reality plan say questions na plan be kan yan fan because the thing is application Kwame ye misal say e bia RNE and religious and what the omusia Christian the history of the birth of Christ. No. On baby say opening bi ene ne ma edin komo opening na bisa ne ma ne say Yesu ba oba asase su no. Bo gidi say that of relevance of Yesu as asase su no oba ye no. Na bra ba obebo ye ni to man and asilipa. Sa de we no. The teacher no a oche wa ye no kire ma oche asese na one fa something you bisa questions mo abra if abra na o kire no one if you asia o dey ma two excess said you ko so hwe you bisa questions no kran so ya o mo sentence a utimi kokko prepare wo for exam Kwame IELTS no wa wa wo that a training and that's the phone teacher for our mobile you may have said the answer question. In Korano, they are the people who should ask the interior failure. Last one, Kwame said a time in time now, Korano this year, the Enisa. Time on Korano this year, the Enisa. It will call from one and no talk past questions. o tia said ye answer questions na adwene nyina ne say so o tia so he enti e ba ne sa o pe answers enye ni die ene ntiase na se mahune di enti na obi kosia fitia yeso obi tia na be 3 years 4 years adekoro na da bia wo di o pamade no atadekoro na da bia se stars be chain na gu ana master fama da bia no no mo bi piti we di ba no ma fam na we at the pump 4 years. And again, I could have subjects there 9, 10, and now I'm course no more in the university for Adia no Musian or much about a senior high school.
Okay.
Kwame, now Kwame 2 years.
Mate.
It's near the way now. It's me saying apple to upon a boy. And Kwame to me, you question now. You miss the instrument, Mayano, Laysiano. Almost exams will be a big cat.
All right.
That's Kwame.
About Benzo, Medase. Ama or Abuakwa or Kwame. As for the exams, we go scatter them. And we go fail at them. They go cry at them. Krano Baba exams, no. Efini anu omu di paro no. Say ebafio when we come your husbands we go scatter. If one say they have failed at them and they are cry at them. Instead of them to learn. No more gini di omeba fie ababeye niema boni omeba fie ababeye and na no more gini ho a factor enti apawanya kan sam no do no apo sam ne because and na no pana mi bisa memo ye na na mi bisa abrampa ewo office kwaku me pese o to bo kire me se dia nsronko na ebia this year yeah, and schools across the country. I want to know, did we change the teachers? No, I can't say, and also this time, yeah, schools across the country, the military folk now. I want to know, because it was the same teachers, the same supervisors, and Tisania man there, a corso, and the get it to the bottom, or evidence of podcast. Let's get to the student and ask them.
Yeah.
Mama 1 minute answer madam wa ko break
apa wakani nyina mama fa we nka ho ma wo bia nka da sa apon liki
but I no pay say uko akra tiptoe lane almo hwe pa wo ho
ye do ma se
enti tiptoe lane for na pay me mama nyina good morning I wish ka menya minim shops ni bi ka ye mo ta ka ma bo free oh so tibi church o nyina o tiptoe lane won cry
eti kwa mi mo bi mfa ne chere tirim say apor amma ntina nkwada no wo ma felie apor no de wotwo tane betene ye pe ye sha ase ko school base na afi bia no we say apor likie eba ebi bai number 2 say de apor kan ye no nkwada no say de this time new curriculum ne tie no ekoya fa susua de ne ye kire ade no ekwan foforo na aba obeka na no me catch say no mo de aba say ye teacher for say free bibi professional learning center PLC situation na yegom no ya adjust ya ho to the new environment no ade kire no enunti na ye ko school kane no ye wo training college no enema ye suaye asisa enunti no omo ya in service training ye de ama yen say ya teacher for no ye be adjust ya ho to we say na new curriculum no eno aso no mo ye no eno question pa ne say eto da bia ye timinya question bia sa question no wo ye teacher ni ne sa wo kra wo prepare ahwe a wo ntumi nye
tire na pa wo kana
okay. I no correct. But eno so de normal obabia say wo teacher ni bia kocha de o prepare no akokere. De wo sua da kro na stina no you glance through and say no ko classroom akokere de say be ya ko a ungu hu anima se a obeye on top of issues. Come na no ya nkoda eche exams no. Me your classroom me kira de na nkoda no be say 5 edi me ka ba me class na me kira de no adan a won be pencil. Tio so go ni awokoya exams wa nwini se pencil ehia no exams mu akwara be no se wo ye exams na technical student won you say pencil be here wo exams hall na what tie no and na was sorry di mirika call another classroom e copy pencil. Okay. Can you imagine this? So let's ask ourselves, how prepared were they? And what about no my e dey kwada no Kwame wo ma mo ho.
Okay.
And na said the na okay keke no wo be school na but na say asai make uti mu obi achem so omba dede hunu
teacher
utira de no mu ye dede wo
they go mafia you
chese
let o jaw pe bo
okay jam life
but I was say ma me na me ho emra yanko for commercial break ya ba la kusi and I'm in bedi nkomo about Kennedy Ohene Japan the campaign and say the name echo enti me da me ho kakra aba
Wow, this man Prusi Kusasi issue. Bye. But unfortunately for him, no, baby or free and Kutiano. If we have over 700 to 1 million Kusasis who say that will not vote for a candidate because he comes from A or B. Now we call contest him now say oh they Obi of you have already lost 700,000 votes before you even start. And if we say we want power, we can't take that risk. Say we for the panel or money and pom chose video mutumano. It won't happen. Base. Yeah, the papa yi by near him say base in the Islamic community which na MPP any a stronghold. And now Osanfri North. And also idea or these two places. A man candidate can be special because once he comes in, now to man. It may add up to our votes. But at the end of the day, when we went to the contest, we no send near need that no and koyesa and the whole money na as anticoy. Yes, and na me share a be omoye no aswase. Yes, here wo near 6 polling station now. 6 polling stations in all. 4 Kufuor winning 4. 96.3. All the 4. As one Zongo. Your candidate was preferred because he was coming from Zongo. And the chair said, Saturday idea need to so. I 2 about 2023 man. San and Tissa. And he said, no crazy opportunity would have to make sure. Say a choose so be only those disadvantages, you know, near the Nico. And who is that person? It's Canada, Japan. Na Toshiba Asante Rimjina Chikakra. One of the messages he preaches, he say, "We share the tradition of politics in Ghana. Term Obiata na kwa say 2 terms. Abaya 2 year NDC first term, and all things being equal, they have an advantage for the second term. All things being equal. And you know, and yet election be easy, sir. Say, me koto a NDC free because
96.3.
And if you look at the background, the OD 4 years, 1 year beyond twice.
But the dynamics change when the sitting president is not coming.
Yes, it does. It does. We are not denying that fact. But what we are saying is that, say, 8 years, there's the probabilities in favor of the 8 years. And this year, but see, coach changing now.
With the same.
I know. 8 years with the same personality. But there's also an example of 8 years with the party.
LAWSON FM 96.3.
And John Mama.
When John Mama was coming, he was then the president.
When he was going to,
he was the president.
Okay, he was the president because he had been elected as the president. Yes. But the party had those 2 terms.
Of course.
And you know, the probabilities are more in favor of the arguments 8 years.
Of course, that one there, undeniably.
Yes, Ebema contest na ye dear dinner and he knew Okukudro for ne Obiana near dinner, and she refers to the concession we made the last election. Emma, some of the parliamentary seats in Sempa and Humbe. Or see, we need Obia a woman, no be bold enough to stand. Say no, Yantu Aban can we. And he finds that in Yura, Canada, Japan. And it is without doubt, saying ye market Ubia, Canada, Japan is the easiest candidate to market. Is the easiest candidate, even though
LAWSON FM
in the past.
Yeah.
I think that given this Niemano, Canada, Japan is the best candidate to market. Okay. And so we are urging all delegates to vote for him massively. Yempe pitututui yenyina nya adwene by consensus yenkotomano.
Okay, so far said the campaign and the organization of Wene Kono, okay, is everything going on well, smoothly from leading up to the elections, and is everything going on well?
So far so good. Let me give you 2 examples.
Okay.
The prosy votes, for instance, we were protesting, say no, it is something that you're abusing in the past. Exactly. And you know, this time, and we have succeeded. Yesterday, verification. I'm saying, and we protested now. Your team acted so power massively.
Okay.
And
Lawson FM.
So good. In spite of the advantages of them one candidate, you do stage when we have seen that they are listening to our call. Let us be neutral and fair, because we are the same party. You may have your favorite.
That's what you're seeing. So the neutrality is there, the fairness.
It's drifting. My remember one example. Your 41 chairman of Asante region issue statement. In fact, if they were chairman of Asante region, Kwan Kenyafi, or more aligned with DMB, and obey issue statement, say, Ubiaba Asante region. Now, another second lady, former second lady, Waha, to buy and manager, I continue. She should stop her campaign. We are creating confusion, but my tension about. So we reacted to that. How can you be a member of one team and yet claims that we are neutral? You can't be neutral. And me personally, me feel
96.3.
A Kenyan in Mrana say we are party penina can take his sides in such an election. They should be made to be neutral. You can have your favorites, but I won't mark out openly.
That's been there with you MP before, they say, from a
but I think it's not helpful. So, tension be a baby is as a result of that. And can we a chairman will be a organize election would on one side? How can there be fairness? In Tianoso, the party no share no, then it's home to me dealing with it. I think that it will help with the growth of the party. So far, Canada Japan's style of campaigning, you attest to it. This time it's not like before. He's doing extremely well, selling out policies and telling people what he will do different from what we have done as a country in the past.
How would you answer, sir? Kofu mo notion we are be breeding them, but in the first place, OG or UK
96.3.
I also cheer.
Oh boy, Juma,
OG. Yeah. Now, Ebinum say yena from the Kennedy or in a Japan camp. Moka say where Baumia ni religion ne baby free because of solidifying votes ne and near me went to me and yet any idea hatching. Ebinum what the other side not say one year she crown or to me we
Lawson FM 96.3.
Sumo constituency. It is a Mokas asem noa. Ya most of fee.
Yeah, in Lusu constituency.
Where can I Japan be free?
He never contested any election.
No. I'm talking.
How did Baumia win his constituency without contesting? Canada Japan, the constituency, the NDC seat. The first time of OJ and not so all these years. In fact, also see from Krana and Wabe Panichum. And we see from the Moody candidate Abba. Mama on the choose candidate too. The party chose a candidate. I know I got contest. We
the individual and so choose party.
Exactly. And so the question, why are they holding him responsible for the performance of that person? Because you no choose no. Only choose no.
But Obi says, when you ma pan kawoye no. I'm for the children twice. A bemo when ye GDA say akunya na NDC for ye dia. Ye di ma MPP hwe dwuma pa mo.
Lawson FM.
Say if you want to find out whether he did well or not, it's about the number of times he was elected. We MP na kono wa anya dia 1 term 2 term obeko Kennedy kokan ko bi wan ko be san wini. E chere say he was doing something extra, and I've said this earlier on. Say Kennedy is the only candidate who has some special support about with his person, not the party. And Nicole is there one example.
So it has to be him.
Yes. It has to be him. Otherwise, there's a disadvantage. He carries that along with him. And this is not because of MPP, not because of him. Or change once or Yeluzu. And to Onunti, and instead of saying it's a credit to him. Say what he NDC so for 24 years. No be anti-man to not change when this will perform seat. And the show.
Someone can also argue so I knew Juma pa.
And you know, at the end also ya one Kennedy schools. And I have a document about what he did in his constituency. You can't imagine it. The number of schools he built with his own
Lawson
money,
FM.
the people he assisted, he gave scholarships. MPB anya bida. And he said, talk no there. Sebi, your call candidate back no constituency winning at the end of Or don't you? And you know, and on no crown contest, the MP da. And to only so no. This is something that I've been doing some document on. He had an advantage that nobody has had before. And his popularity was not even tested before he contested. Somebody handpicked him when he was not a party person. They gave him a waiver. He became a party person. He worked so hard. And so he rose to the top. That is okay. But whether or not he was popular for election, we didn't know because he had never contested an election before. You see? And he didn't call it. And it showed up. Say, a by-election there, he's not a material. Because the chart as we have it, 96.3, about 4 point something. It was gradual from 1 point something to 6 point something. The first candidate who has brought it down is this candidate. And Ghanaians should look at it from that point of view. A by-electioner, he doesn't have what it takes. And the one who has what it takes in election is Kennedy Japan. What imagine NDC seat at transfer for 24 years. Obian Timani, Osi former NDC former.
Say, Okase campaign no Niama arrangement ni bibi ekoya. Oshe said ya one for a campaign ya. Perish the thought. Canada Hina Japan elusu. How are you going to results?
Oh, if it is fair election, Kennedy has always been a Democrat. And all of us following him believe that once elections are conducted, it means that what pledges say ulusua ubetinum. And it's a fairness woman.
96.3.
But
so far, so good. The rest, they are teaching the artisan to find you protect the ballot, you make sure that the right thing is done. In fact, it's your attitude. This time now, we are not complaining. We are campaigning.
That's right. From last time, time Nakasana Dawson. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. But in general,
LAWSON FM 96.3.
And we were expecting to say a free power, but we have had a cause.
I don't think the sense say we have MPs majority national more support and be and the sanya man.
I don't say me MPs I can some support we can some boa.
And they have grown form.
Any form.
The day no na
propaganda ne there. Maybe I see test confobi akọ candidate akufie. No mo tenor of office twam. Omo ko ba ko je ya no mo ko fie kwata. Efie. That two new executives. So how was that productive? And you know there, I had to say communication department. We had a group of Kwabre East, a group of Muslims who held a press conference that they used their distant support, but me now they are with Kennedy Japan. As one said,
LAWSON FM.
Is that not beautiful?
It is beautiful, and to me, it doesn't matter much, but it matters. So I'm saying it here. And the economist, Kennedy Cobra no, Coba Aquania, a party, a Cassivon Bacno, or Bowrum, Sani Echo. So, a bit of December, no? Not tables, not.
They were December.
Oh, yes. December, baby, no. None of my
January, now, 1 month.
1 month, and I won't be bold about so after the Asakra. And who said Kennedy can't beat Marine Power, my party, mommy and support. And there's hope.
What Tammy Ken? Mama Ken and ye Ken.
Yes.
Let Ken be Ken. Mama Ken and ye Ken.
He still Ken.
What Tammy no?
Ghanaians have sent a plea to him. And say, on Tony down, on relaxes.
No, we are.
LAWSON FM.
Let's put it right.
I want to attach the
discipline. So understand, discipline. And now, as and then as Trump. Don't be a third-class human being. He's the president of the world's most strongest country. And it's fuck you, no, or they are yet my ye. And why would that be a basis for choosing a leader? And I mean, Thomas, what are you no? Bantam MP, also can simple.
asenso
Eh.
wako kan bibi
On talk can be just like attack China dia.
eh sa na mentie
I just say any basis for choosing a leader. So on the team.
okay.
Henti sack perception no, slavery perception no. So what out brofo na ye leader. Well she see no a slavery mentality. That's why most of our scholars are not doing well. They've been enslaved in their mind. They think that to share suitor.
96.3.
It's not true. Fisa or Cambrofo, that is the one I will be to my leader. We have tried it and we have failed. Let's look for people who are practical. Manya simpwani kapre, Mediakoto Asasiado, Madria Banchi, my what is it? The way does it take PhD to do this? Somebody is doing it. Hey, some mentality, Roma wants our mental no master taken. You call you and a Okaka same way. Na the Chinese or you no catch a candy panty. Any party. And all those things are not measures for choosing a leader who can transform. Look, we are virtually in a second world or a third world. What we need now is wealth creation and human right. We'll get to human right when we have developed our Americans. And was it Behman and Yasamo? Yasam say a bit creative way.
96.3.
Schools. Yes, you see hospitals. Tanko minim da. And your industry na wa ya bi anka kwa benya adwuma ya kwa ni afan e bi ni yi warehouse ni wa ni aba ya ba ni ya bogasem meboa nti those are the things we need for now in our politics and who can bring this and yet taibo and yes you to share employment
LAWSON FM 96.3.
Maternity whatever
free maternity care
grofo wo ya na ayi free
yes
and then aka adwuma Kennedy say ode ba na obi anya adwuma aye na at least nipa ho aheha na boys bre
okay but what is obi omuka say first timer to win a difficult how would you answer them?
The logic of it is Buzia. The logic, Buzia won the first time he contested. Royce won the first time he contested. Who
you should roll in there is fair.
It's not fair, but historic.
Okay.
So I'm saying that
okay.
John Mama also won. Royce then the Mimi Twase. He had all the advantage. In fact, even compare President Kufuor's
LAWSON FM.
Alaji Bahomia.
Okay.
What does it? Onya 30 years was 41 or Kufuor had this man. How can you compare the two? Kufuor was contesting Lawrence and you expected him to get 51. It was impossible. It was virtually impossible. You see, Lawrence, we intelligently got Lawrence out of the system. And those who did the negotiations did well. Got him to change to a democratic after 8 years. Or Koboko, or Wenyeku, and your force. And the Lawrence no beyond doing to know. And Tina Kufuor, at this period. But if you look at Yura Baumia, he had been a vice president for 8 years. The incumbency advantage as vice president, the party in government. All these institutions were at his behest. Resources were available. Then you perform this way and you want to compare to
LAWSON FM.
Same happened to Akufo-Addo. Not only all the opportunity.
Akufo-Addo also made Kakrama and Kantra. Akufo-Addo won the first election. It was the second one that he failed.
But in general, he lost.
No, but I mean that he won in terms of the votes. What we need the first time.
But I couldn't make
and
it.
then Mrano, second one.
So you didn't win.
And the second one will lose it. And the first time, let's assume that the figures have changed. Second what we need. The first time, possible. As difficult as it is.
And there's nothing like possible. I mean,
but we have said it is possible.
Yeah, first time. There's always a first time in everything.
Exactly. So
in every idea, there's always a first time.
Your candidate, ebe your first time obe contest on the ticket of MPP party obe winning no support to Buzia the historic okay. But so
96.3
of somebody who is of NDC descent or say akompra ko ba de obeto ma
I'm saying NDC for cancer they know why they are saying that.
Oh,
so Kennedy na Kennedy.
It was a sincere talk. I was on my way from campaign. Me used to branded car.
Okay.
Barnum Smith, you know, filling station at all. Fuel. Apparently they knew me. Oh, lawyer Gusi. Now, no, I'm to no more human, no more heli, no more yeah. When you're penna, don't move me. I'm so. Me so. Feel the car, man. I'm feeling me fuel. V8. A ma. I'm the buy.
I'm
that me. Kennedy. And they were telling me, say, can you buy and this for so but woman? And he and ya dear a yagro and no and out to throw to ma. What Ukofita mua, what to chambers here?
96.3.
Virtually everywhere you go, you hear people say this. I'm wondering why MPP is becoming so difficult in understand this simple thing. The man is sheer popular. Whether you believe in him or not, people believe in him. They trust he will be the one to change the system. Give him the opportunity as a party. Give it to him. Let him win the power for you. Moseyempene. No baka kan. As a fact, as simple.
LAWSON FM 96.3.
Man go the president. Manafaka ba ko kan yenti man ni president. Where are them? Ti Manafaka ni there. Yebeka and so ye bedin so asesa Ghana enye se ne yetie no
lawyer kusi wala fakari de Yebeka
yebesesa Ghana nkran benya adwuma aye krofo benya siga go mbotum krono no so beti
ataje yo Manafaka obeti Manafaka
now when say one repent obi ko any interview he still insisted though. Oh, now me can't obey from a lady interviewed her subscriber so on the mate no.
All of these when you get closer to Ken, how does it feel? How feel is that he went?
What she Ken that's what who attaching her. They will be relating to
LAWSON FM.
So it doesn't bother him at all.
Okay.
And now saying in nature no or react here on for be anshenimu.
But we don't react to you.
Oh. What comment last about comment here?
That the usual Kennedy Japan reaction.
That be say when he was a child, he was behaving like a child. When he grew to be a man, now he's a leader.
Now he thinks, believe, behave,
exactly.
walk
exactly
as a leader.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he there, move who's a Kennedy here, they know or first now. No, he's moving on. He's going to be the best president for Ghana.
Okay.
Ghana will be surprised.
Mate. La. And finally, can we reach a delegate? To a see a phone.
Minuamo. And a permit Chiamo why? Mamma Piao. Say, dear, Moana Moko. Listen to me carefully because Kennedy is bringing something new. Or say on your bar, the priority.
LAWSON FM.
The party people. I call Befaswa more delegates. You first, you can't be your politics say, you two abamu your mobile, must say, you call internet the copy Juma. You need certificate. He has taken good note of that. I promise you. So, bar certificate or no certificate, he will find something for you to do. In fact, there will contracts be like, Oma Modo Ekwanhui. You need certificate to do that. 10 of you will come together, form an association, you get a contract with you along with you along the road. No, Musika. Juma. Party first. That is what we are going to do. And we promise that we will never fail. Kennedy Nshebo Emusuda. Nyami Shiramo.
La Nyami Insha pa say nano pay so when ya bre edia maya ina and run na
96.3.
So I call you. Pa Mumudi
I think prima you did it.
Anya say nketua.
You vow Joe. You vow Joe. But
I'm happy.
But I'm happy. You understand. I'm happy for you because I'm saying. I remember the first time I met you. Now me when I had the encounter with you. Yeah, I told my production team I couldn't catch me no lawyer share that. The way and the nature no is it here near day. My penalty pa. Now you quite the course me we quite say. Sana ne hoka ni say madam for. Na course me we cry.
Kuma say ya pa lawyer for me san na ya. Untimi ni lawyer ko.
Oh there be.
Yes, Kabi. Yes.
Oh, sir.
How are you? Let's stretch your campaign.
96.3.
Matthias here. Abe kakra.
Na to share my kakra. Me mo zo masande concrete.
But lawyer,
you are sure.
Yeah, that's it. La kusi ena yate nenkano but anopei mami fantu enim se aha yes abecho ope so
LAWSON FM
education
96.3
and our education now build the new skills now secure better future anopei me can form us University College NSS one more ebom Jackson University College and anyone mum. Over 4-year Bachelor of Education programs are often be you can apply with WASI. Matured applicant 25 years and above. Move to apply. 2-year post diploma in education. 1-year postgraduate diploma in education for any degree holder or person or chair and now or receiving GS promotion. Master programs are offered to say guidance and counseling, educational leadership and management, English, mathematics, and early grade. And so, until me come for the amount. Say Jackson University College, and so do any open. If you're looking
LAWSON
for
FM.
job ready digital skills, digital marketing, data analysis. And afi and so software in and also cyber security and many more. IELTS tuition, especially the man nurses. Our person IELTS now more explore traveling abroad opportunities. Now the I'm there our Jackson University College and it's a almost flexible tuition fee payment. Now programs are almost run now, almost around maybe via distance learning, online and in person. Addition of IT training, any certificate to degree programs. Only affiliated with University of Education Winneba, accredited by Ghana Tertiary Education Commission GTech. So person will apply. Apply through this short code *90*215#. And after 020-1260-290.
LAWSON FM.
Ayedbiasi news site. Ewo Kumasi ha. Enkain omo abena atia towers. Ring Road Circle, Ring Road Circle, www.jackson.edu.gh. Ubenyomo, beto follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Jackson University College, baby. Buy digital satellite, any bash in ye, satellite so any, and pay bash in ye, decoder ye, Ocha de Bomodia ko bash home, bash, Abripo Junction, Shipum. Koroko Junction wa Jebas number no 0556 287 757 adie bia fa decoder and satellite ho de bash and a medium wa dance here e de amount ene anopay abrefi collections and anopay everywhere abrefi dealing in men's suit designer shirts 6.3 shoes and slippers perfume bracelet and the kaka wunyina no Abrefi collections ebema oni nyina bi Abrefi collections asafo labor roundabout no why so do wani akere atonsu kwan to no afei bantama G roundabout Abrefi collections esan so bako hono And I fey and pay me come for obi ya guest house. At the amount our coupon is sati. Obi ya guest house also where comfort meets tranquility. Ufri ayedu ase IPT ya. Financial ni ase kwan no. Ewa ukonwa wanimu wano obi ya guest house ewo. Obi experience top notch hospitality. Cozy views. Safety is our priority. It's our pay. Ope baby adama wato obi ya guest house and I may come for now 0244 615 441 and I say 0248 381 70
96.3
Nyamiya Dumwa Lawson Media at the maiden edition of Lawson Media Inter-Community Gala. Eba. Lawson Media Inter-Community Gala. Eba. Enra. Ena yema communities no ever found formed. By the word go, by this time, not forms.
LAWSON FM 96.3.
Omo mo forms, abe forms. Na nyame ya domwa. It starts on the 18th. Ewo eye kokwase astrotef. Ye wo bantama. Until on the 18th, and a tournament no esha se ewo. Enti you free mu bi. Na fa hu hye mu bi. At the end of the day, when I know I go home with 40,000, the tossing you 30,000, the tossing me 30,000, the over tossing 10,000. A LAWSON Media Inter-Community Gala. And a day every war. Na bomoding na fa mu bi na bibia enkonka ye emfa emao. Ebia opesa obasu be sponsored because it will be live on TV. All the matches will be live on TV. All the 32 matches, it will be live on television. From Kren to Kran. From say, yes, starting
LAWSON
till the last
FM.
match. Will be live on LAWSON TV. And more fee. And only a day usher in Christmas. No? It is from 18th. All roads lead to Bantama, Kokwase, Astroteth. And the Bobia, a Riani, a Bobia, no Pani, a Bobia, na Joe. Ya bomb matches this and this and so now so far we shall be na bibi ankon kai eye ya da na ya da Dr. Lawson ase Dr. Lawson chairman be man no nyamin sha no e na chigina pa ya ode Lawson dire bambites ode tire chi na okura ye mu se yemfasa dwumadie yi emre o oba pa bekima me chiawo nso na no pa nyame enhyiramo papa jijapa mode maye ne de ebradwen ene entiase so migusu kanfo e de maw e wo max by promotion no ekoso uru kubase adumu a opposite top man shoes max by sanso ena adumu opposite Melcom pizza taxi rank ono max by e wo ho me say promotion no ekoso gidi ko na onso max buy ene wo mo nhwimom na bibia enkon kan ye emfa ma offsist ema no mo product no enie when a regulative menstrual cycle eboa in menstrual cramps improve your ovulation enhance fertility libido aya amodie no ba o se mi o mood swing many area na me na bano ono a gynecologist enti obebo pa or med point yeah wo antwa ahonjo screening bia na advice bia so mo bia be 059 7858 ubenya doc ama na bo ama bia awie pay out Industries Limited and the Philo Milk abadwaso Philo Milk a milk on its own utumi nom ne saa utumi de gu any aduani bia say wo de milk gu mu bia gu mu a e ma won kasa wo fili at the same time so wo pesa wo no my sense milk drink out utumi nom fast fridge name freeze kakra ma wo nom atu de won kwada ne mpani for de enti me so o breakfast any milk for babies ne de ni nyina no filo milk but mo de anama on sanka bi na bibia nko ka from 0599 990097 wenyan ama bibia konkan where your skin shaving balm solution ena make am for ama wo
96.3
and shaving is smooth enti bomode ma onsa enka bi ene ohun se razor rash bi ania razor bumps bi ingrown hairs pimples ni nyina yifiri ho with skin shaving bumps na on to pharmacy shop bia no ubenya bi ho na bibia konkan ya ni asore fridge madie no so door master ena efe woyi we home owner real estate developer contractor architect mason and answer fe na start a building project no then we
LAWSON FM 96.3
30% off adie bia obeto door master ehobia. Yes, you heard me right. Premium quality doors with free installation. Festive season we na obenya na sa share door no obehu door master wako hu bi o baby, but I'm telling you ene wo bebre na hunu abonti de efego ave wo sin na we say na lock debi door master ho me ene me chok kwan door master ho the warranty kra assign there chire eno kra no ene kumi no enti wo kumase ena oyo mo ahinsan bus stop wo mo ho kronom omni police station no edi animhwe bomodi ana fo ni chire ho na bibia be konkan na onso watumi afrɛ wo mo ene anopai ewo 0548 402640 na
LAWSON FM yanimwa
ahwe abom amabia ayekama ena anopai yemfo so no nsi wa na se nyame ya adomo a ode ochina eche yen yebese aba na fe yaba betoa so de amamo enti koso ema wafidie no ena he ya upnext eye afisem na afisem a make